Here for a Good Time. Great song with lots of cool tricks in it for muting this hand here. So when I was playing that, I would have to release. So every time I hit the strum, I release my fingertips, but I keep them on the strings. So basically they're still on there, but I release, push, release, push. Thumb has to release on the back and push in as well. So we get this loosening off with our thumb and our fingers and pushing back in. And that's how we can get this 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... And notice my thumb's wrapped right around. I always let everybody know not to learn your chords with your wrist up and learn them more like this. But these are tricks that we learn when we're muting things out and we come back. So I'll do it in slow where it's like 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... So here you can really try to have your hand up a little bit on the back so your thumb can get around the top two strings. If you have a hard time with that, then just strum the bottom four strings. And release that after every strum down. So 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... It's a tricky one, took me a while to get, so don't be frustrated if it doesn't happen right away. It's a slow progression to get these tricks where we get this 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... So notice on the when I'm strumming 2E and always releasing on those numbers. As you can see on the top of the timeline there, where the M's are, those are your mutes. And in between each strum, we're loosening off the strings so that we don't keep it ringing like 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... Sounds so much cooler because the guitar is like the drum now. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... So from there, that's the intro, and it would do it 4 times on the A. So you do that count 4 times. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... 3 more times and we're into the verse. The verse is the same idea, other than the fact that now we're going to go around all the chords. So we get this 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... E's can be tough to mute out. Basically releasing my knuckles and making sure the tips are still on the string so that when I come back, I just bring my knuckles back in, release them, bring them back in, and you stay on your string notes at the same time. You're muting out all these strings below. Great trick for getting your E mutes. And then we get this F sharp minor, which is like a... Again, we're just going to release the pressure, so I'm barring these bottom 3 and fingers 3 and 4 on fret 4 strings 5 and 4. Looks like that. And when I play it, I just release the pressure. My thumb on the back releases, as well as my fingers on the front. And then you get that muting, no pressure, pushing in, and then we get the sound. So we get this 1E and a 2E and a... Now we got to go to the D chord, 3E and a 4E and a... And back to the A, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... Pretty cool riff, and it's a fun song called Here for a Good Time. I love it. And so fast going through the whole thing would be 1E and and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1. So that's basically the idea of the verse. It would keep going one more time through, and then we get into the chorus. What I try to get my students to do to help get through this would be something like, let's try to get the mute going. If you can already get the mutes going, that's awesome. But for people who have only been playing for a little while, I like to give you some tips and tricks on how to get yourself through it. So we get this 1E and a 2, and try to get the 2. 1E and a 2. So we're on this notes, 1E releasing on the E, 1E and a 2. We stay off on the after the ah for a mute on 2. 1E and a 2E. Now we got to come up. So we got to push when we say E. 2E, releasing for the and back on off it for we're going to hit on 3 again. 3E and 4E and the whole thing slow would be 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and all right, so you can see that there's a lot of mutes in that. I would spend some time working on those. Get your E's good. Some cool tricks for releasing your finger knuckles. Here I'm not, my wrist is not so far down now anymore because I got to try to get these to mute. So teach your hands lots of different positions on the neck so you can do lots of tricks. So there's an E, and all I'm basically doing is releasing my finger knuckles like that. If you have a hard time with that, flip your guitar over and put your finger knuckles on it and just try to release them, but keep your tips on the guitar. And don't try to really kill it. It should just be a nice, easy thing. It's something we've never done, so you got to train yourself that first. And then you can put your fingers back on your E and try it and go like that. And you'll find that, hey, it works. And again, the F sharp minor was releasing. I even bring in finger 2 to grab the top one sometimes. Notice how finger 2 started lying down, just so we can get rid of this top string. Because I can't get it like this, and I'll get a sore neck and a sore shoulder, so how you hold your hands and stuff is important. So I keep my wrist down for this one, and I'm like... So we get this 1E and a 2E and then we got to switch on 3. 3E and a 4E and back to the A. All right, that's a tricky one to get through. Take your time with it, work it a little bit. I'm going to do another video for the chorus just because there's so much to talk about. And check out, if you're having a hard time with chord changes, check out all the lessons on chord changes. We will see you again next time for the chorus. Bye for now.